Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the 12/11. Oh, December 11th edition of Morning Mindset. Years flying by, folks. We'll be done and over with it in a matter of weeks. Wow, how are you doing today? Welcome. So, if it's your first time here or long time here, this is what I need from you: who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area. It is cold. It was like in the teens, taking the kids to school this morning. In fact, only taking one kid to the school this morning because the sickness is rolling through our house. You know, it started last week. Corey has bronchitis. She's on the mend side of it. Krista started feeling like crap as well late last week. She's on it. Hattie started yesterday. It's just a matter of time before I get it. I just know it. I'm going to stay in my bubble and hopefully be able to keep working because it's grossness. But bronchitis, colds, throwing up, not good all the way around. How's your day? Also, what's the most important thing? 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? So put those in the comments down below. Now, our 5 things. I've got mock-ups to do. I've got web stores to open, web stores to close. I've got quotes, I've got invoices, and I'm going to clear up emails. There's a long list of other things, but those are the most important things that I need to get done today. So we'll check in. We'll see how everybody is doing on this magnificent, fun-filled, what is this, Monday, right? Jeez, it's already hard to know what day is what going on here. Darren, good morning to you. 34 and sunny in Topeka. Cut some HTV, press shirts, laser wine glasses, laser tumbler, pick up shirts and tumblers for a new order. Darren, that sounds like a Magnificence Day. Remember on Friday when I said, hey, I will get this laser set up so I'll get the riser on it so that way I can do tumblers and run some of that. Yeah, that didn't happen. The sickness in this weekend just kind of took things during a different turn because that meant I was on my own for basketball with Hudson and doing that on Saturday, and then just trying to get other stuff done on Saturday. Yesterday was Delaney's. Her mom threw her a surprise birthday party because she forgot to last year for Sweet 16. So she said, "Hey, I'm going to throw her one this year." I said, "Okay." So that was yesterday, but half the family didn't go because they were sick. So that was good times there, and and then before you know it, it was just there. So I need to put that on the schedule this week. I need to carve out the time for it, but it'll get done. It will get done this week. I'm making it a priority. Barb, good morning to you. North Central Minnesota, 18 headed to high of 28. Yeah, we're probably right there, Barb. It was cold. We have 4 inches. Nope, we do not have 4 inches of snow on the ground. I do not want that yet. Hot tea in the cup, water in the tumbler. Very nice. And 5 things. 2 sewing projects to finish up. DTF, start on 2024 alterations price list, and update QuickBooks. Very, very nice. And good morning to you, Barb. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. It's 47 and sunny. This peach vibe this morning. Ooh, I've got the sparkling orange Celsius. Sparkling orange Celsius. How many of you have started drinking Celsius because I drink Celsius? Just want to know. I want to send them an email and be like, I've got 3 people to drink Celsius because of the show. You should sponsor me by sending me a couple cases. That's really what I want to do. Barb giving a hello to Chuck. T-Town, good morning to you. 30 degrees over there in Toledo, drinking the Hexus Vinyl Energy Drink. That's a new one to me. Morning to Barb. Good morning, Renee. 28 in sunny Chicagoland, water in bottle and coffee in the tumbler. Team replay today. All right. Well, Renee, happy to see you on the replay of it. T-Town, got lots of hats to make. Pretty sure I'll be on that most of the day, but need to record a couple videos and edit them. Didn't realize this hat order, the stitch count was so high. Now, so you embroiderers that here, how do you determine a stitch count? Like you just can't look at a design and do it, right? You actually have to have it digitized to know, right? Is there any kind of tool that helps estimate that? Because that's something else that confuses me on embroidery. And as far as videos, yeah, I fell off bad. I've got content lined up, but I was like, you know what? I'll get caught up this weekend and I'll double up a couple days and then schedule the rest of them. I didn't get to do any of that. So that needs to be a priority too, because I've got videos there and I failed this month on dropping a video every day. Now I know I can do one every week after messing with that and seeing it. And then Rise Behind the Scenes definitely helped out because I'm like, oh yeah, I could totally do it that way. I talked to a few other people and they're like, dude, you already are using your your Apple products for most everything, just use iMovie. Yeah, and that's what Rye uses. So why not do that? And then I think maybe I'll just find a cheapio MacBook O and just make that the editing one and do it there, so I don't have to do everything on the iPad. But yeah, good times all the way around there, right? It's just that time of year. Like traditionally, this is the week. I'm gonna double check and see if this is the week, because if not, then I know we're in for a problem. It would be next week. Traditionally, I'm sick the week of Christmas, like leading up to it. I think I don't know if it's just from putting. I don't know. Traditionally, though, that week of Christmas is when I'm bad. And I'm a little congested, but I think we'll power through all that. But man, the sickness keeps going around, and which is good because we're cutting orders off, and then things will be there. And next week, our plan was to mostly work on all of our stuff for our family. Yeah, we've got to make that happen. So it's a good thing. Maybe it's a perfect thing, right? Good morning to you, George. I figured it was here. Jen's on my list today. Jen's right there. I got to finish up Jen's stuff and get that over to her. Everything is cut, going through and cleaning some of the stuff up, picking out the ones that didn't all the way go, but we're going to get those out to Jen today too. They should. I'm going to say tomorrow, but I'm shooting for today, just how it goes. 5 things: invoicing, press a job, take my daughter down appointment, rework a logo, set up a web store. That's a very nice day right there. Diana, 32, partly sunny, finish resin cremation pendants. Ooh, tell me more about these. Is that where you're taking part of the ashes and then putting in resin in a pendant form? I'm interested. Finish items for gas station, edit files for staves. What's that? Work on organization, meet with a client. I'm congested, and when I'm congested, and talking just drives out my mouth. So I know I'm going to probably go through maybe 5 tumblers of water today, because I'm going to need it. I'm going to keep going through for it. Estimating embroidery experience. Sometimes wrong, but most of the files I have end up in the 7,000 to 9,000 range for a left chest or cap front. Good to know. Brian's got 30 and sunny. He woke up late, had a great turnout for hometown Christmas. Yeah, how did that all go? Over 200 cars each night. Awesome. I'm still trying to figure out what I need to do still. Hey, that's a good problem to have. How'd you manage? I know it was cold. I know it was weather related, not the greatest, but overall, how was it? Did you enjoy it? Will you do it again? I know you'll do it again. T-Town. I sometimes run it through an auto digitizing and see what they put in. And yeah, you can see sometimes that the count's going to be up, but I try and leave an open-ended price until I get the file back. Gotcha. So is it one of those, hey, it's $35 for 45, 55, whatever somebody's charging for us to have you digitize the file. Once we get the file back, it's X amount of stitches. Here's what our price is based on stitch count. So that way they kind of have a rough idea, or how does that work? Because in that pricing calculator that I made that we're going to give away with when you sign up with Bob and myself tomorrow or anytime after that, one of the things that somebody asked about was embroidery. So I'm going to post a link to that pricing calculator in there. But I said, I'm pretty sure you could build one for embroidery, because I just need to know, the variables of it, how much you would charge for a setup fee, how much you'd charge for a digitizing fee, and then what, based on that digitizing fee, the stitch count. So I mean, and that one's pretty simple. I mean, anybody can do that one, because it's really, you're creating a doc of, hey, if it's between this amount of stitches and this amount of stitches, and then show some examples of what those stitch counts is and that. So I think it'd be pretty good. Sarah, good morning to you. And Barbara just saying hi to Renee, Tim, Diana, Jennifer, Brian. Look at that, get them all out there. This hat order is $22,000 because they wanted a full fill background. Whoa, that sounds like a lot. Yeah. And good morning to Sarah. And he says, yeah, I added Ash's Dependence, and it's my first time doing it, but we'll be adding it to my memorial gift line. I engrave. What are staves? Now I got in barrel heads. I know we talked about the barrel heads, but what are the staves? I got to Google staves, because I probably know what it is, but I'm not remembering what it is. So now I got the staves as a band, a vertical wooden poster plank in a building or other structure to support this intricate system of beams. You're engraving beams? Holy hell. 22,000 is a hell of a for a cap. Sarah says, good morning. Hey, Barb, good morning. Brian says, Tom says he went through thousands of files in their archives, and most files for hats and left chest were around 10,000, so they charge a flat rate. And I would totally understand that, because I think it's kind of like anything. If we can get it to a flat rate system, you're going to win on some, you're going to lose on some. But if your price is good, when it falls, they're going to fall in there. It's just like our shipping. We do flat rate shipping. Some of them I went through this weekend, and some of what we were charging, it was costing us double, and some of them it was costing us half. The ones that are double, that means we need like 2 of the ones that cost half to make up for it. And it's because of this time of year, right? This time of year, things seem to just cost more to ship. They're charging a surcharge on it. They're doing things that they weren't doing before. But when we kind of have that flat rate system of here's what it is, it works out pretty nice. Like there's a sheet a pricing sheet that I'm working on. Excuse me, that we're going to do, and it's just, especially since we're doing everything on the digital side of things, right? Since most everything is going to be either it's DTF or screen printed. When it comes to, why am I looking at the wrong thing? When it comes to what we're putting out there, we're just going to have what it is. Like, hey, you want this, it's a quantity of this, doesn't matter the colors, doesn't matter the size. If it's a front or back, if it's a front only or back only, here's the prices. If it's front and back, here's what it is. There'll be going to be some that we win on, some that we lose on, but overall it's going to be, I think it's going to make it easier for us to be able to sell jobs faster. I think, and that's, at the end of the day, when you're on top of your pricing, your labor, what that's going to cost you, how to get close enough to figure it out so you don't lose money on jobs, set your flat rate, and then from there you can just, you monitor it monthly and see how things are. Digitizing fee usually depends on the complexity of the design. Is that how that works? Like my digitizer it's just a flat rate all the time. So how does that work? And look at that, Jana's. Hey, how are you doing this morning? And I know the sides of the barrel. Got it. Okay. See the vertical posts in the barrel. Got it. See, now I'm understanding. Rena, good morning. I made it. First cup of coffee with a dash of cinnamon. Cool 56. We won't even get to 56 today, Rena. So just think about that. And I ended up seeing my X-Tool video. I looked on YouTube, and there was really only one other video out there for the accessory kit on the RA2 Pro. I have not watched any YouTube since Thursday. Yeah, I stayed busy with other stuff this weekend, so I didn't really do too much businessy stuff. I did work on some invoicing because even Friday went to crap after the show. There was some things that happened production wise, art wise, and I didn't even get to invoicing or quotes. So I did that, I think, on Saturday. I think Saturday I was able to sneak down for an hour or two between things and bang out some invoicing, and I'll finish up the rest this week. But yeah, I did not play much of anything, so I'll go watch it and see what we got. And did I repeat myself? That was weird. Good morning to Barb and everyone else. Love that. Love it. So I know some of you have your cutoff was last Friday, and I know some other ones are cut off on this Friday. Were you cut off before, or are you cutting off closer? Now for us, ours is going to be Friday. From there, there'll be local stuff that we'll be able to do for pickup, but we need to know, it's going to be, hey, here's what it is. Can we get this stuff in? Because even on ordering stuff, having it delivered, we want to have all orders pretty much need to be in the hands by the 22nd. So, a week from Friday. What are your guys' cutoff times for orders? Has it already passed? Is it upcoming? How are you handling all of that? Barb says, you're going to pay more to get a full back detailed design digitized versus small left chest. I'm trying to remember. I think we did one. I think it was just straight across the board. It's been a while, because just about everything that we do is going to be either a hat or a left chest. But I'm trying to remember the last time we did that. I don't know. I just picked up another hat, even though I said I wasn't taking any more orders before Christmas. I think we all do that. Like, we're getting local stuff And it's like the onesie twosies things. And I told Corey, I'm like, hey, these stores are closing, and that's why we had them closed this week, so that way we can have everything out by the end of the week. I said, then it's on you. If these are jobs that you want to take on, great, we'll do it. If not, say, hey, we're not able to do it. There's like, look at some on the laser side of things. We wanted to play and we wanted to get things out there, but because of the whole DTF debacle, the whole trying to get that system worked out, trying to get everything there, we just put laser on the back burner. And if we would have got it like 2 months earlier, it would have been great for Christmas. But to get it when we got it, and then to take basically 2 weeks off for vacation, and then it was Thanksgiving, we just weren't prepared for it. So we'll start with the new year and see what we get. So hey, laser folks, what do you run after Christmas? Like, you start going for what would be Valentine's Day gifts? Is that what you're doing? Are you focusing more on the corporate side of things? So let me know in the comments what you're doing with that. Speaking of embroidery, I think I have another project for you. Send it on through. Let's see what we can find out. Angela, good morning to you. Other things that are going on this week. Tomorrow, we have, and I'm going to make sure that I get, because I am putting that out there today. I got to make sure that I get the thingamajigger right. What is it called? The title, right? The title. The other thing that I'm going through today is I'm getting caught up on all my emails and messages. Like, I haven't opened up Facebook Messenger from like business side of things since Thursday as well. I know, but most everything comes to the personal one either anyway. And it was like Friday, everything just went to hell, and there was stuff that I needed to get figured out, and so I just didn't open up anything. So I'm gonna open that up. So if you've sent me a message from probably late Thursday night through this morning, if I haven't got back to you, that's why, and I will get caught up on that today. Let's see, looking at the name of stuff, let's see, where was it at? Reviewing success, the critical role of Google reviews in business. Is that what we're doing? Yeah. Yep, that's what we're doing. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. And like I said, when you sign up, we're going to get you that pricing calculator, so you'll be able to add it to your site. Pretty sweet there. Let's see. And Diana says it has passed. But I am close to being caught up. Since we do our Christmas on New Year's Eve, I'll work on last minute stuff right till Christmas Eve. Yeah, and for us, so our Christmas is I'm looking at we're trying to figure that out as of yesterday, because we do Christmas Eve at my parents' house. So we do that, and then Christmas Day is for the kids that are at home still. So we'll have 4 of them at home this year. So we'll do Christmas with them. And then Christmas afternoon, we'll probably run up to Corey's parents' house. And then I think for the older kids, so for the older ones, I think we're going to do Christmas on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve or the 30th. We're just seeing where schedules align to be able to do those with it. Because, hey, a couple of them are still in their, they're still in their early 20s. So New Year's Day might not make the most sense. New Year's Eve on a Sunday during the day might make sense, because then, hey, they can get this and then they can go do their thing on there. But then maybe they don't want to eat because they already have that. So I don't know. We got to figure that out. So we'll have our 3 Christmases, which when at one time, 15, 20 years ago, Christmas was a chore. I always took the day after Christmas off. And this is when I was, had real job. Because of just the amount of travel that we had on it. If you know, for us, with my wife at the time there, we had, both sides of families to deal with. So we had Christmas Eve at my parents. Christmas morning was with us at the house, but we had to be to her grandparents, I think, by 8 Christmas morning. From her grandparents, we went up to her parents' house, and that was basically for lunch, 10 to 12-ish there. And then we went to my dad's house in the afternoon, and then we went back to our grandparents' house for Christmas dinner. So we didn't even really get back to our Christmas until Christmas night, 7, 8 o'clock. And we still had, our Christmas to do. So it was a long day. So not so much that now. And I'm appreciative of that, to be able to kind of enjoy that. My biggest thing is to remember, hey, a lot of stuff isn't open today. So if I don't want to cook, or if I don't want to, there's not going to be a whole lot to choose to be open. So it was like, what bars are open for bar food and Chinese food on Christmas night, but I try to usually make enough to have and not worry about that. So, hey, we've got that going for us. Let's see. Plus, the gift shop will be open until Christmas Eve. Gotcha. Which that makes sense. Like when we're in the retail side of things, I mean, I remember on having the mall location, and on Christmas Eve, we had a couple of our Mega Bling shirts that were on display, to show what we could do. And they're $130 each. And people bought them right off the mannequins because they're like, hey, that's what I want. Okay, we can do it. So we were up until Christmas Eve, when we closed at 5, we had people in and out of there. And it was last minute stuff. It's crazy. Barb says the 13ers are cut off for orders until January 2nd. I have family flying, and Christmas is the big holiday for our family. Hey, family first, man. That's what you got to do. And Cindy, it's cold, so I'm drinking hot chocolate. It is cold, right, Cindy? Like to go outside this morning was cold. 5 things: hair bows, border towels, pressed onesies, polished jewelry, clean my workbench. So much glitter and feathers everywhere. That sounds like a good weekend to me. It really does. Tita said, I cheated yesterday on videos. I posted the same video to both the temp page and then t-shirt side. I don't see that as cheating. I see as you're posting a video a day. It doesn't matter where it's getting posted to, right? I built a new glass peel board. What's that? Well, now I got to go look. Oh, and the berries beat your lines. Yes, we did. Fun fact. So it was before the game started, because like I said, Renee and I usually talk back and forth during the game. She said, how confident are you about today's game? I said, I've got a birthday party at the adult arcade today, if that tells you anything. As I said, I'll watch it in the background of it. And I was, I headed down there. It was right after the first quarter, so we were up 10-0. I'm like, yeah. And then, watching the second quarter, I'm like, boo, here we go. This is the Bears I know and love. And then to watch to catch the glimpse of the second half, I'm like, who is this team, man? Who is this team? And maybe it's not the Lions of old. So I was happy, but not overly happy. I still think that they're gonna get smashed. Even though we won, there's still a chance we could lose yesterday's game. I don't know how, but I'm sure we'd figure it out. And then yesterday there was some good football all the way around. We watched a couple good games, had a good time, and hey, we did. It was nice. Chuck says, I didn't see all of the 2 regular guys. Did you get anything? We did not. Sadly, we knew going into it once we saw that Vic and his crew was nominated for stuff, and TRW really wasn't pushing it this year. They haven't much in the past couple of years, but once they weren't, then it was like, oh, it's going to be really tough to pull this off because Vic has a really strong following. Between Vic and Lori, we knew it was going to be, a battle, and we did not win anything. But I am super proud of everybody that was nominated. I really, thankful that we were nominated just to, be mentioned in the same sentence as a lot of those people. Hey, that's winning to us. So maybe next year we can grow and be able to push more on that. But not this year for us. Diana says, I get so focused on working and stuff, I always forget to do videos. I am right there with you. And that's why I want to be able to set up, and I'm going to look and see, if I can grab some GoPros, and I think this is going to be the way to go with it. If I can just grab some GoPros and just put it on the workstation, like here, I can just mount it so it's always facing at the press, right? So when the press is working, so all I have to do is just turn it on, just record as you're doing this, right? That's all you got to do. So maybe that will help. But yeah, I'm bad about that. When Fields is on, he's on. But when he's off, he's off. And that's what we have to look at this year. What are we going to do? Is it worth it to try and do somebody new? More sense being made to just fire the coaching staff and get a new coach, which even with that, you're going to bring in a new system. How is that going to play out? What do we do with these 2 draft picks that we have? If we end up with the number 1 pick, do we still take, whoever is decided to be the best in the business to grab? Do we grab them and then trade them somewhere else for more draft picks and more other things that we need? While defense against the rush is great, the rest of the defense sucks. The rest of the offense isn't great. The O-line is not good. So, what do? You try and trade for as many picks or as many things as you can get so you can bring in new and rebuild. It's the best thing about football. Peel board. I built yesterday. Peel board. So like the stuff that you use for pizza oven, right? Is that what I'm thinking? Been getting better at videos, but forget to post them. Dude, I'm right there. That's why going live is so easy for me. I know Monday, Wednesday, Friday I'm going live. I know Tuesday with Todd we're going live. We fell out of that for a bit, but we're going to get back into that, and especially the new year when we plan stuff out. And that's where you guys are going to help me plan things out. When I talk to somebody on Thursday afternoon, they're like, one of the things that you used to do was, you would try new stuff out. So, if JDS got a new product in, you bring it in and you sublimate it or put vinyl on it or do whatever. I miss shows like that. So I said, okay, I can definitely get back into things like that. Same thing on the DTF. Can you DTF this? Which product are you having difficult with? Where we go with that? Can we show that off? I said, yeah, we can get more back into those things too. More of the how-tos, more of the fun. So going through it, the way that I pictured it was, let's say the average month has 4 shows in it. We're going to have Bob in talking marketing one show. We're going to bring in a guest creator for one show. So if somebody wants to, anything that you do that you show off that you think you can help somebody with or there, love to talk to you to bring you on for one of those shows. And then we'll have a regular Tuesday with Todd. We're doing something, and I got to figure out there might be 2 of those. So you guys help me decide what we need to do, and then we go from there. Okay, that's not what I was thinking. The peel the tint release the liner before I install it. Nope, I was thinking of peel like pizza peel. That's what I was thinking. That is exactly what I was thinking. So no, see, what I'll do is when I get off this, I'll throw on YouTube and put stuff out there, and then just go and just go from there. Like we'll have it playing in the background. I'll get it there. We'll see what we can do, man. We'll go from there. All right. Unless you guys got more to talk about, anybody have more to talk about? Anything more you want to bring up, or do we all just want to get to work this morning? Because I've got stuff to do to just keep pushing through with it. I'm just not sure. I know where I need to start at the beginning, right? But if you guys don't want to chat, we can still chat. Otherwise, we'll get out of here so that way you guys can get started on your day. You tell me in the comments what we got going on while I tell you what's going on this week. Tomorrow, like I said, we've got Bob in here that we're doing morning mindset on Wednesday and Friday. Next week on the 19th, we've got Sarah in here, and we're going to talk Canva, using Canva to create content. I got to send Sarah a link and show her how to get online. She's scared. She's scared, folks. She's scared to hop on here. So make sure to give Sarah some love and tell her it'll be fine. In fact, Sarah, I told you I can just share your screen and you can be on for like 10 seconds and then jump off the screen and just show the other one. You don't have to be on at all. We can do it that way. So we've got that. And then what was the rest of the schedule? The rest of the schedule. Let me go back and look because I have the schedule on here. I just have to figure out what it was. Where did I have it at? No. Maybe it's in my other notebook that I have upstairs that I was going through stuff. Because then there's Sarah, then there was the year in review, then there was the goal setting, and then there was the marketing with Bob on using AI to help you with your goals, and then we had Cindy with hair bows. That sounds about right for everything. So we'll get through it with there. Let's see. I've been working. Yeah, you have. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Alan to T-Town. What X tool do you have? It's got the D1, I believe. Don't you, T-Town? Janessa says, I'm going back to work. Listen, your bow tutorials why I'm working the day job today. Hey, I still got one right here. And we talked about making bows for all the presents this year. So I'm kind of excited about that, making bows for all the presents. And I said, I can do this. I can do it. I got it right there. I feel confident in that. An M1. That's what he's got. He's got the M1. In fact, I watched some bow making things because one of the main reasons, and I haven't told a lot of people this, just because we haven't discussed, getting the X tool. The main thing was for content, of course, was to be able to show it off, show what it can do. If we can sell some with it with our affiliate links, awesome. But to show what it can do, how it can do, things that we can do it. The laser is going to be a very easy content creation device. When you compare that to what our other things have, printing on the wide format printer, you're just watching it go back and forth. On the DTF printer, you're just watching it go back and forth. Yes, after that, I can show here applying a DTF transfer, but there's not. It's just like that one trick pony. That's what it does. Same way with the with the UV DTF. It's just printing there. UV flatbed, we can show it printing on different materials. So the laser, we can show it doing different things, different products to create. But one of the things that when we talked about laser, what we can do with it was door signs. And looking at like the 16-inch rounds on a standard on the standard S1, you're not able to do that. You need to have the riser base in it, so that way it can cut all of it from there. So that was kind of the goal to set up to by spring to have, we wanted to have a couple for us now for Christmas, but that has passed. So we might work on, that might be some family projects that we do during that week. But to be able to show that off more and to do on the yard signs, the door sign, the the welcome signs and the door hanger signs. And so, in my downtime, that has been kind of the path that I've went down to just see how different ones are done, how they're built out, how we can do that in our own business. So look for more of that content coming next month. Same thing with white toner. Like right now, the majority of our white toner printing is all for temporary tattoos. And there's a lot of things that we're able to do with it. Our problem is I just don't take the time to video those. So I need to get on that and get that done too. Let's see. I have to finish my Christmas decor this week, so it'll come in handy. Very nice. It should be, I think, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I have Tim videos playing on the notepad. Very nice. And Diana says the laser will open so many doors for you and your company. The only thing that will limit you is your imagination. And that is 100% true. That's where we have to decide on, because our business is a little bit different than other people's business, right? Because like on my side, really wanted to focus on the print side. So here we're providing transfers, we're providing decals or yard signs, banners, anything on the print side of it. And most of ours is B2B. Well, we had, when we were mostly, B2C, we had those customers that still come in. So we still do team stores, but we're transitioning a lot over that to Corey's business, moving our team stores over there, moving all of the retail ready stuff over to her side. So that's where we're going to open it up. And then it's just a matter of what you want to do. Do you want to offer this things? Do you want to do these different things? We talked about doing, the hats and having laser patches for those. Who was it? Lone Star Adhesive. Their hat press is coming in. I will not say that it is an i63Q knockoff, i360 IQ knockoff. But if you look at it, it's got an up and lower patent and it looks pretty sweet. And it's like half the cost. So, maybe that's something to bring in and look at, because then we can show that off too. The content, that's where it's really going to be for us. You have the X-Tool. Barb has the X-Tool RA2 Pro. Got it? And Cindy says, has anyone explored the new Maker's Place platform? It's Michael's rivaled Etsy. You can even sell classes. I've seen some info on it, but I have not explored it at all. But I could definitely put it on the list and check it out just to see. And I'll, Makers, I'll post it in the group and see what people think of it, and we can go from there. Cindy, so we'll let you know. All right, I'm gonna get out of here so I can get the stuff done. I'm seeing other stuff come in, so I want to get going on that. We'll be back here tomorrow night. We're gonna talk some marketing, and like I said, if you sign up or if you have already signed up, we will make sure to get you the code to get that installed, so that way you can have a pricing calculator on your site. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look in the group today. I'm gonna post that link because I need people's opinions on it. What's it missing? What's it need? Is everything fine with it to go through all that? So you guys have an amazing day, a great week. This is it. We're coming down to the wire here. We've got so much to do, such little time. So, hey, at the end of the day, make sure to take time for yourself and just breathe. It'll be all right. We'll get through this. On the other side, it'll be great things. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.